Hello, I am Chema Cabrero, and I am in charge of the Military Vehicle Modeling Department. We are going to start a series of videos showing complete painting processes and effects using the Vallejo ranges. In today's video, we will show you how we can represent wear, dirt, filters, and blending using references from the Model WASH range. The range includes a selection of references that are especially suitable for reproducing the effects of wear and dirt on our models in a quick and easy manner due to their shades. These are water-based acrylic washes, fast drying and very versatile. We can work them with water in a quick painting session, or we can use Vallejo airbrush thinner as a diluent to remove any excess washes, correct them, create blends, or eliminate an effect completely if we are not satisfied with the result. For this, it is necessary that the base tones and previous effects have a full curing time of 24 hours. The capillarity of Vallejo Model Wash allows us to create shading effects as the product flows over the surface details without any problem. Using a brush of adequate numbering allows us to control its distribution, knowing that we can remove any product excess. By pre-wetting the surface with airbrush thinner, the capillary effect is increased even more, showing how the wash is distributed in a natural way. The tones used allow us to create both an effect of depth and accumulated dirt. To represent the effect of dirt washed away by the rain, we apply the wash in the form of brush strokes, which we can later blend in to create a very realistic patina, noting how it does not affect the transparency of the surface effects previously created on the surface of the model. Brush strokes should follow a natural pattern of vertical strokes with a logical distribution. We will now apply a dripping rust effect in the form of brush strokes that we will later blend in to create a subtle and natural effect, and adjust it using a brush dampened with airbrush thinner. We will now reproduce dust and dirt effects on the front part of the model, wetting the surface of the model beforehand to increase the model wash capillary effect. We will apply random brush strokes to create an irregular finish, which we will then blend, avoiding unnatural symmetries. On the horizontal surfaces, we can further reinforce this effect in the areas that we consider logical due to their layout. We can use photographic references to observe the distribution pattern of these effects and plan their placement on our model. On the fenders and the front of the model, we can apply several layers, which will further intensify the effect of dirt and dust located on those areas. Once the wash is dry, it will present a matte finish that integrates all the effects that have been used to achieve this appearance. On the back of the model, we will also proceed to apply effects of accumulated dirt and dust. We will use again airbrush thinner to blend the brush strokes. We will see how the dirt effect is naturally distributed in the most logical points, around embossed details such as the rivets on the plate. If we apply several layers, we will see how they overlap in a very realistic way to reinforce the dirt effect, avoiding an unnatural symmetrical finish on the model. On the sides of the model, we also represent traces of accumulated dirt and dust. Remember that the brush strokes should follow a vertical orientation when blending the wash. On the mudguards, we will represent accumulations of dust, allowing the washes to be distributed in a natural way on them. On the ammunition boxes, we are going to use several references, which will be selected according to their base tones, to avoid creating an excessive contrast between them. On green wood, we will use a dark green tone that will create a very natural effect of shadow and wear. We are now going to represent rust effects on some spots without overdoing the effect. On the sides, we also recreate this effect. The final finish must be subtle, and for this we will blend each brush stroke again according to our criteria. On the sides of the turret, we also represent the traces of rust generated by the welding points in the form of vertical brush strokes, blending them to create a realistic effect. It is advisable to use photographs as a reference to reproduce them. We will use airbrush thinner to blend them. Remember that once dry, it allows us to remove excesses or finishes, or even eliminate it completely if it is not to our liking. On the tracks, we will also apply a rust effect in the form of a wash. We should avoid any uniform distribution. An uneven application will provide a more realistic and interesting finish. We can now evaluate the appearance of our model once all the previous steps have been completed. We can see how each phase adds up to a series of effects that contribute to its final look, the finished model. You can post your thoughts and questions in the comment section of the video.